He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Red Raiders offense will have first crack at this one. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat. Week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I... the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top. I'm not letting him beat me.
The sure hands, it's Joyner. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to throw on first down. He throws into the middle of the field. Makes the grab at the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He is going to have nightmares about that one. A big gainer right there for the taking, and he missed it. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So Cincinnati's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Jones to throw. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels. Breaks into the open. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Finds a man on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. The short hands, it's Joyner. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Looking to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Spangler. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the 1st drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
He's got it on the move, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pulls it in. It's Jones. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He'll keep it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads it left. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Spangler. Right midfield, he's got room. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he has been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Rush is on him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Joyner. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Red Raiders come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Red Raiders are on the move. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. He throws one to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love it.
Touchdown, Red Raider. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room to work. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Got to first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That's reeled in. It's Martin. And he's wrestled to the ground. The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Jones to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Got it behind the line. It's Grover. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now the play fake. there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going for the big play. Threads it inside the 10. Touchdown, Bearcats. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find it.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Jones wants to throw it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Ferguson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wants to throw on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Ferguson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Prime. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Takes the handoff. It's Covey. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Jones to throw. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were really disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
One more snap coming before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Red Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Jones wants to throw it. This time he's got his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all. line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one. Running backs in the entire country, they just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Across the 45. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Using his feet to buy time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
On the run from inside his own 5. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse. Turning it on! They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Lets it fly on the move. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. On the run, it's Joyner. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Here's the thing, not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Steps away. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. And the Red Raiders have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Trying play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Bearcats buried deep in their own territory, just trying to take it back. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Jones to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the Bearcats. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Caught over the middle. It's Hicks. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got a man. It's Joyner. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Using his legs, it's Covey. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And you go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action on first down. Gets it out fast. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making...
There he goes. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
Touchdown, Bearcats! And here they come almost all the way back.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense, too.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Jones wants to throw it. Works the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bearcats look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Buys a little time with his feet. He stopped right there, short of the first down, in this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Between the uprights, it's good. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Joyner. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ferguson. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
and quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And the Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Red Raiders just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Leaves it with the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. He's up to 51 yards rushing, and it is well within his grasp to have a 2,000-yard season. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the ground, it's Joyner. And that is how we will wrap this one up. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they...
Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on first and 10. They'll try the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And you'll race it to the... And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Just keep slinging it. Caught near the sticks. It's Collier. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Spartans are flying down the field. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Parachek. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play. And a first down just outside the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Childs. On the move, he fires. Wideout trying to get in. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. The Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving. And he takes it in for the score. So first down here as they go back to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Complete to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Spartans getting set on first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Stepping to the right. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Just a really nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? Didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front seven defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism. They're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. They'll send out the kicker here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Splits the... No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Escapes the pressure going right. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
The Spartans looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete... Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Finds the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Childs. He'll pull it down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. And it's on the ground. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. The give to the tailback. Makes his man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Spartans can play this